My name, Elanther, born in Cyrodiil, and grew to be its worst enemy. My parents were Imperial loyalists. Despite being Altmer, some in the Elder Council regard my parents highly, thinking them to be the few voices of reason among the Altmer race. But the truth is, they were only in it for the money. Eventually, I was sickened by the nobles' corruption and my family's greed. I chose to join the Thalmor to overthrow the Empire, to destroy the aristocratic corruption and build a dictatorship of the people, but not for honor or love for the little guy, but simply to watch the Ruby Throne burn. If Altmer supremacy has to be born just for the Empire to die, then let the Eagle's flames consume the dragon. But news of a plague has reached my ears. If the Empire must die, then it must die by its worst enemy's hands. I will stop the plague, then suffocate the dragon with my own magic. So I hear an Imperial is the only key to stop the plague. Ironic, but it's fitting. An Imperial will help me end the plague, then watch her empire burn.
At last we met. I knew it was right for me to wait here at Dragon's Reach. I'm Livia, a prefect from the Imperial Legion. I've been trying to find you. For Skyrim faces a most evil threat that demands every hero's sword. Yours is the sharpest among all of them. For that, we need your aid. To stop a plague that's slaughtering the people and raising them as undead.
We haven't even met before. Why do you trust me so much to join your cause?
You've shown great promise, from what my father's spies have observed. You're a powerful fighter. At least I'm told you are, or will be. Now that we face a threat unseen for centuries, Skyrim needs her hero.
That's no reason to trust a stranger, even if they might become a powerful ally.
I can defend myself well enough in case you turn rogue, though I believe you won't. The question is yours to answer. If you can't trust a girl you've just met, then you ought to trust in my cause. The plague threatens everyone. Sooner or later, we all have to put down our differences to face it. We're just doing it before the rest of the world. There are just greater things at stake.
Fine. Tell me about your encounter with this plague.
At first, it was just random undead attacks in the wilderness. I ran into a small squad of them and found a soul gem on one of those corpses. The soul gem reeks of an unknown power that no one could destroy. When the plague began to spread, I realized the evil behind them were related. I returned to my commander, a legate who goes by the alias The Mistress, to seek her advice, only to run into a meeting between her and an agent. In the meeting, a place named Ordinator was mentioned. She said there's something in there that can turn the tides to the Empire's favor. The agent was then to seek out Ordinator and stop the plague before it spread to the rest of Skyrim. So if we find him or her...
Him or her? You don't even know if the agent is a man or a woman.
I confess, the secret meeting's attendees didn't include me. Couldn't hear the important details or saw the agent's face either. Just know that he or she is from Cyrodiil and handpicked by the mistress herself. But I assure you, if the mistress chooses someone, then the agent must be a crucial part in her plan, and be much better informed than we are.
This soul gem may hold the key to stop the plague.
Heroes think likewise. That's why I've kept it till now. The best course of action is to inquire the wise mages around Skyrim. Learn the magic behind this soul gem, then break it, and save Skyrim.
And you want me to fight alongside you to stop the plague?
Will you come with me? You, me, that agent. After we found him or her, the three of us unveil the soul gem secret, stop the plague, save Skyrim.
You know me, but I don't know you. I'll decide when I know who I'm working with.
Fine. You'll know eventually. I guess there's no need for this secrecy. I'm the daughter of Livia Salvian, Cyrodiil's High Chancellor and its 8th champion. I would have been in the Legion right now, but General Tullius gave me a break from my duties back before the Helgen incident. That means I'm going to try to stop the plague without an army behind my back. This, well, is where you come in.
Hi, Chancellor. Then there has to be a reward in this. Persuade me to join you.
I'd thought a hero would be a bit more selfless. But I suppose talent doesn't always relate to morality. You want wealth? Status? There won't be a lack of them once you've saved Skyrim. I can promise you this on my honor as a Salvian. But first, let's ensure there will be a land left for you to claim instead of a graveyard.
The undead won't be kind to you, girl.
They shouldn't be, because I won't show them any mercy either. I've fought my share of undead back in Cyrodiil's necromancer dens, and against them, I have some gifts of my own. In battle, I'm skilled in sword and shield, like my father, the best swordsman in Cyrodiil. I'm not the best archer, but shooting undead is an easy task. Now for magic, my family has a condition that blocks magicka. Magic affects me less than it would another, a great advantage against necromancers. You need my skills and I need your strength. Together, we'll defeat whichever villains are behind the plague.
Good. To the task ahead. Do you have a plan to track the mistress's agent?
No, but there's one thing we should use to our advantage. Unlike in Cyrodiil, Skyrim cities are small, so everyone knows everyone. The civilians must be able to recognize a stranger, especially one who might be investigating the plague. Let's inquire them. We'll find the agent, then we'll stop the plague. The glory shall be our motherlands. Together, we save the world from the plague.
Fine. Guess we should start from the inn, since it's full of those common rabble.
Is it work you're looking for?
Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire.
Come out,
Send
you unenlightened
someone
peasants. The eagle calls upon you. Guess no one's here.
Make it quick. Yes?
I just hope those politicians leave the simple folk alone. I saw someone close to me die yesterday. Lived the life of a good person, yet the gods just took him with the
You
plague.
there? The Thalmor have questions.
Sure.
Did you see a stranger from Cyrodiil? He or she might help stop the plague.
Not sure about the plague, but I did see a stranger in the city some time back. Quite young, had stubble, was in common clothes, didn't stay long.
How useful. I am young and I have stubble.
Have you ever been at the top of the throat of the world? I would have. But the
You
graveyards
there?
didn't
The
let me
Thalmor
in.
have questions.
Sure.
Did you know a stranger, young, with stubble? He might help stop the plague.
I did see a man asking for a cure for the plague.
Yes, Mom?
Not exactly young,
This
though.
is an ode to
Hope he didn't
Skyrim's
catch the
stone
plague.
detectives.
Or more importantly,
Certainly.
didn't spread it.
To our youth, today's come and gone.
You
Is there
there?
something you
the
want?
Thalmor have questions.
Sure.
Did you know a stranger, young, with stubble?
Didn't see anyone ask about the plague, but a man was trying to find a blonde woman with green eyes. I forgot the details, but he got pointed to the northwest.
Finally, something useful. The Thalmor thank you.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings, on the day of
Live in the
death,
moment.
we will
You there? The Thalmor have questions.
Sure.
Did you know a young man asking around about a blonde woman with green eyes?
our lives. When Sovngarde beckons, everyone
Sorry,
must
I don't think I know.
By the High Archon. What a useless civilian.
a challenge.
All right, Imperial.
Oh, there once was a hero
It's an inn.
named Ragnar the Red.
Why don't we take warmth from the fire and share our tales?
If you say so, guess I can sit down.
Ragnar did swagger and
Let's move on then.
told of bold battles in gold he had made.
What the Molag bow? Todd Howard.
Then he went
Yes,
quiet,
Mom.
did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
You want a drink?
"Drink all our mead.
Yes,
now
Mom.
I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of
Tell me what you need.
Guess we could know each other better, Imperial. What makes you so determined to stop the plague?
that it's the right thing to do? Vanquish the evil behind this chaos, defend the weak from those vengeful monsters, and restore order? Well, there goes my reason. Other than not wanting to get sick suddenly, then wake up rotting and start craving brains. But if there really has to be a reason deeper than these, I believe my journey can honor my family and restore the people's faith in my nation. I'll be a hero to my people, to my country. Then, perhaps, just perhaps, the Nords would see that the hero they need is in the Empire.
And if they continue to distrust the Empire,
then at least I would have helped save thousands of lives. That was my primary goal anyway.
why did you care about the people to start with?
They're the ones who farm the lands, weave the clothes, and brew the wine. But without a sword in hand, all that shields them is a short fence. I've enjoyed what they offered since the day of my birth. Now, it's time I do something for them in return.
Maybe your empire should just go. No one has faith in your emperor.
And that's why I needed to restore that faith, is it not? My father saved the Empire twice, and the people came to revere him. If I do the same, then I'd be a hero as great and a figure as bright as he is.
Let's go.
Let's.
What are you doing that for?
For you, sweetie, about the agent the mistress sent.
Anything new?
The agent might be a young man with stubble.
A young man with stubble? Huh. There are quite a few that match the description. But at least we have a start. Good work. Anything new?
The agent headed northwest.
Could be any town northwest of here. Morthal, Solitude, maybe Stone Hills and Dragonbridge even. Anything
The agent
new?
was searching for a blonde woman.
What? Could it be me? No, it doesn't make sense. Why would he run across Skyrim for me when a visit in Whiterun was all he needed?
Maybe he didn't know you're in Whiterun.
But he works for the mistress, and the mistress knew where I was. Besides, I heard her saying that he was to find out the source of the plague. Why would he even bother to find me if I had nothing to do with the plague?
Could he be one of your secret admirers?
Very funny, you joker.
He did ask about green eyes, though many blondes in Skyrim have that.
Then who would that be? I guess we'll only know after we find him.
Northwest. To northwest we go. Come out, come and rabble. The Thalmor have questions.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever. Take a load off and enjoy the atmosphere.
A psalm.
Stillness, my friend, is the norm for all of Tamriel mourns. The air is thick with a pallid malaise, a blanket from a murder of crows. I hear the golden eagles cry, and the red dragon takes to flight. Each goes their own way. The eve of war on full display. Shades of grey consume the land. Banners now raise woven by a murder of crows. Hushed voices, whispers, fire lights the sky. Constant thunder of drums of war. Armies of men, they heave and sigh, while death claims all in this silence. Shades of grey consume the land, banners now ripped and tanned. Brothers are dressed in fearful clothes, woven by a murder of crows. Brothers are dressed in fearful clothes. This chapter shows that death consumes all.
It's been a good song, but there's work to do. Get up, Imperial.
Finally, return to action.
Wait, I'm supposed to ask for information in the inn.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
We are supposed to praise the gods' mercy, yet where the sincerest prayers were said.
It's been a good week, my boy. Loud customers mean good cheer.
There you are, Bard. Nice song, by the way.
Thanks. It's the first song I ever wrote. I named it A Murder of Crows. Sounds pretty violent, but doesn't induce much violence in its tunes.
Don't be a silly girl.
It's more grim than violent, if I have to describe it.
That's the sound of our world. All those violence, struggles, building up to that grim aftermath. As the horses trample the fields, leaving only a silent waste under their hooves. The waste where the crows find home at.
Crows.
The crows consume the corpses. They want violence because they feed from it. Without bloodshed and hatred, no one dies, and the crows would have nothing to consume.
The crows are evildoers who feast upon others' suffering.
It's been a good week, my boy. Loud customers mean good cheer. Good cheer. It's a
Ha! Are the crows evil when it's men who did the killing?
So what made you write this song, Bard?
Wrote it as a memoir to my days in Hyrule. Wasn't always a bard. Back then, years ago, I was an advisor to a king in Hyrule, the best mage under his command. Those were glorious and violent.
I'm not retiring ever. End of discussion.
From a mage advisor to a bard. Seems like a dramatic change of profession.
I can sing, I can write, so why not a bard? A powerful mage makes history, and a bard remembers it. I'm responsible for remembering my own glory and my regrets.
You did something in High Rock you regretted, didn't you?
Don't we all have our regrets?
And why did you leave High Rock?
Just had enough of the crows. Skyrim has them too, but at least I don't need to feed them here, unlike in High Rock.
You were a mage. Think you can tell me what's underneath this soul gem?
I'll have to see first. This soul gem wants to tell a story, but to hear it, you must first unlock it, piece by piece. It can only be unlocked by the blood of those you once knew. If you can't find them, I suppose a powerful being's blood will have to do. Curiously, the soul within is alive. She wasn't soul-trapped to begin with. She gave a part of herself to this soul gem. Once the gem has been fully opened, you'll be able to utilize their link to find her.
Thanks for your help.
Be cautious. Even by touching the soul gem, I can sense the immense hate that resides on the other end. The soul wants to be understood, but to understand her is to explore a darkness that shouldn't be known.
If you need a good rumor or two.
Right, Imperial?
Harbinger.
We were talking about the agent, right?
Anything new?
The agent headed northwest.
We're in the northwesternmost part of Skyrim. Unless he went to that haunted castle or somehow swam to Atmora, we should find him here.
Ha ha ha.
Of course.
Traitors, civil wars, dragons.
Right? I forgot to ask the bard about the agent.
So sit, relax. My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects.
There you are, bard. The Thalmor have questions.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Did you know a stranger, young, with stubble? He might help stop the plague.
I heard a man passed by here, then to Dragonbridge, asking questions about a blonde woman in the town. He asked nothing of the plague, but he was pretty much the only strange face these days. Why do you ask?
A blonde woman. What does she have to do with the plague?
No idea, but like I said, he was the only stranger here. If it's not him, then who you're looking for wasn't in solitude. Hopefully, that man is who you're seeking.
So, Dragon Bridge. The closest place to there is the Stormcloak camp. Well, time for some heretic hunting. You hate them. I hate them. You know the way. No prisoners. By the Hierarchan, death to the heretics. No prisoner. By the Hierarchan, even the horse is a heretic.
Retribution is upon
Wait,
you.
no, it is a precious animal. Submit to your hire. Dragon Bridge, here we come.
Somebody help!
A twin, aha. Hey there, pretty.
Everyone which cases
Absolutely,
weren't serious.
but the Thalmor have questions. Did you know a young man asking around about a blonde woman with green eyes?
Didn't care about the woman, but a stranger did go to Dragon Bridge. He had a scar on his eye. Wound didn't look old. Must have gotten it on his way here. Didn't look decent, but at least he's polite. Went straight to the mountains to the south almost immediately after he arrived. Haven't heard about him since.
The Thalmor thank you. My eyes thank you.
Glory to our motherland.
To mine,
Anything
not
new?
yours? It seems the agent went to the mountains south of Dragon Bridge. He has a scar too.
It could only be the Reach, then. Wouldn't want to try our luck in the wilderness, though maybe in Markarth or Karthwasten, someone has seen this agent. And pray he be there too.
Markarth it is then.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Live in the
You
moment.
there? The Thalmor have questions.
Sure.
If you know this agent, tell us where he is, or else.
Sorry, I don't think I know.
Useless civilian.
No, excuse me.
Sorry? I don't think I know.
Guess we need to try a different approach. Hello there. If you can tell us about the agent, I will be happy.
Sure. I don't know if this is the guy you're looking for, but I saw an army of undead following a man. I ran away the fastest I could. Here. This is the spot where the undead chased that man. I didn't think he survived, but it may be worth taking a look. Be cautious. The undead might still be there, and they didn't look like the Draugr. There's an evil in them I never saw.
The Thalmor thank you.
The Stormcloaks think they fight for a god. Like all wars,
They fight to be killed. Hi doggy, sit.
This is none of your concern. Be on your way.
By the Hierarchan, the undead. Die, monsters! Just die, please! Seems we need science on top of magic. How dare you deplete Magicka? I command you to restore. Rorikstead. What does Rorikstead have to do with all this? No more rambling. Imperial, it seems Rorikstead is where we must go. The agent! There he is!
Livy? Prefect Salvian, did the legate, the mistress send you too?
Prefect Cavius. So you were the agent the legate sent? We followed your trace through half of Skyrim, nearly got swarmed by a dozen undead. So would you now please...
Honored lady, you're a surprising sight, but I'm afraid I'll have to skip the courtesies. The culprit of the plague was here in Rorikstead. Terrible things will happen in this village soon.
What terrible things? Where's the culprit?
A monster. Arch-acolyte, as the legate called, serves the plague's mastermind. As long as she lives, The plague will not end. She needed but to walk past Rorikstad and the plague would infect the villagers, turn them into sheep to the slaughter. What I've learned is that Rorikstad is where the plague began, but somehow none of the villagers have shown symptoms yet. As if the plague's mastermind has been waiting for something.
How do we cure this plague? How?
I don't know if a cure exists. If it does, only the Arch-Acolyte knows it. But at this very moment, she's gone, and the plague isn't. We must save those who remain healthy, and get them out of the village. Help me save them.
Then we must act now. The time is short, and the plague could make its kill any second. What would you have us do?
You're putting me in charge, Imperial.
You've been in charge all this time, were you not? Now you, as a fourth party, must decide the fate of Rorikstad.
There's only one way to ensure the villagers never leave the town. A merciful death.
You can't be serious. You can't. How many innocents will perish in this? How many families will be broken, brought to ruin because of
The
you?
right choice is not necessarily moral, but it will save lives. Many lives.
Even if you would save 1,000 lives outside Rorikstad, the blood of every soul that once lived here, smiled here, would never be washed away.
One village in exchange of a whole province. It is the logical choice.
What of the future that would have been had by the children here? The life that would have been shared, built by the men and women in love? Could you truly deny them this chance? Even if they were healthy all along?
If they have so been damned, then let the blame be mine. What is right must be done.
Let the blame be yours? You're carrying countless souls on your shoulders. I want no part in the slaughter. But if you truly believe, that this can save the rest of Skyrim, then may this dishonor haunt us for all eternity.
I hope it does, Imperial. I hope it does. There's a plague in Rorikstad. You must evacuate to safety.
Are you new around?
There's a plague in Rorikstad. You must evacuate to safety.
The surrounding is becoming more and more unsettling.
The plague's power is strengthening in Rorikstad.
Something must have
Wait,
happened.
those marching sounds. Hi, Arkan, Oriel, Mara. Oh, gods, help us. Don't fail me. No, no, no! What's happening? It can't end like this.